Welcome back to my channel, everyone. So as you can see, I've got a big update on the Honda Dax ST50. She's been all powder coated. I've just put the original tag back on the frame. I pop riveted that on. That looks absolutely fantastic. I love it. The colour looks great. These are all of the bits that have been powder coated, and this time I actually used a different powder coating company to my usual one, and the reason being is they have had like a diesel generator breakdown, and they've got a massive backlog, especially after Christmas. So I was like, do you know what, I'm going to try a different company this time. And this other company I used have been like a family run business for a long time, and they have done an amazing job, like literally, and it only took them 2 days. I dropped it off on the Wednesday morning, they rung me back on the Friday and said it's ready to collect. So this is what they've done. I've got this powder coated in anthracite grey, and I've got all of the metal works, like the stand. I've got like this is like the brake. I've got literally everything else done in matte black, and this is the rear racklet, as you can see. That was chrome before, so this is when this all goes back on. I think it's going to look fantastic. I just can't wait. I can't wait to do it. It's going to be a lot of work, but it's going to be worth it. So we've got all the powder coating done. These guys have done a top job. I'll leave a link in the description to their website. So if you're ever thinking about getting some powder coating done, I highly recommend them, especially with their turnover time. Here's the wheels. Now, because they're split rims, all I had to do was get all the wheels split. I probably could have done that myself, but I actually got my local garage to do it because I didn't know that I could take the tyres off myself. Bit of a schoolboy error there, but it doesn't matter. Here is like the rear, I think this is the rear brake hub. But you can see that they haven't like powder coated inside of the wheel hub, which is really good. Like they've actually done it properly. Like all the bearings and that, look, they haven't powder coated in there. Obviously I've got to pop the bearings out and replace them because now they've been in an oven. They're going to be no good. Here's the headlight. Now I've got the headlight done in grey, and I also did like the outer ring in black. So yeah, that's just going to look fantastic when it's on. And then what else can I show you? Here is the mudguards. Now the rear mudguard, or fender as you'd say if you're from the States, I think this is the rear one. Yeah, this has got, like you can see here, I think that's like old rust or rot, but it's solid. It isn't going anywhere. Obviously when they shot blast stuff, it takes away all of the rot, and you can see, but that's going to be covered anyway, so you're not going to see that. I'm just showing the imperfections of my stuff, and you can see like the wheels as well. I think this might be the front wheel. You can see that had a bit of rust on it, and it's been shot blasted and powder coated, but luckily it doesn't look too bad. I say that, but at the end of the day, the bike is 30 years old, so I can't really expect too much. You're always, this is the thing, when you do a powder coating and shot blasting, you're always going to remove all of the rust and stuff, and then you will notice certain things like this if it's not in the best condition. So the frame though itself, as you can see, is like come out, like even like everything's just so, it's like a brand new bloody bike. And then we've also got in here, here's the handlebars. Look at them. These are like brand new. Like I wouldn't even know these were like the original handlebars, if I'm honest. Another thing I forgot to mention is when you get a bike powder coated, they normally shot blast everything, and like the threads and stuff were shot blasted. So I did have to put some primer on this, because if you don't, you will end up getting like flash rusting or rust. So you'll see here like all the little threads, I've gone over it and painted them up with some primer to keep them nice and new again. So my next plan of attack is to put some heavy duty decreaser on all of the nuts and bolts, because I don't want them to be completely skanky. So I'll just show you what I'm going to do. You're probably hating the way I'm chucking these bits around. It's alright, they're not scratching, they're all good. I'm going to get these nuts and bolts out. I'll quickly show you these. So, where are they? So like, I've got this whole tub in here. Right, so literally, what I'm going to do, I don't think this is watertight, I'll check it, but I'm going to pour a load of that degreaser in here and leave it for like 24 hours and then just brush it all off, because obviously, like, I mean, look at the springs and the nuts and bolts. They're not terrible, but they are rusty. That's the horn. I think that's seen better days, to be honest. So yeah, let's get on with that, and then I can brush it up, and hopefully it'll come out nice. Okay, so what I've been doing is separating all the rubber bits off of like the screws and bolts, and just chucked them down here because I don't actually know if this degreaser will do them any good. So I'd rather leave the rubber bits and literally just cover the metal. I'd just like to say, actually, all these bits were neatly wrapped in bubble wrap, but me being me, I had to get them out, and now probably everything's gonna get scratched up. Oh, and by the way, like, these are all the bits like the handlebars and forks, and you've got these bits there. I did all of the switch gears, I've got all them powder coated. My only thing is, I don't think I'll be able to get these back together again because all the screws and little bits, all the little contacts and copper bits all jumped out at me as I was taking it apart, so wish me luck on that. Let's see if this is watertight in there. Hope so. Looks like it is. And I leave all that in there. Change of plan, we had a slight leak in that tub. So I've put everything in there. I've even put like the brake drums and everything in there. Sprocket, literally the whole lot. So let's see how that turns out. Right, so I'm gonna let them sit in there for 24 hours. And then I can give them a little once over and like agitate it with my brush. So obviously that will give that a nice clean in there. All the nuts and bolts will be done. The next step, I've actually got to start ordering some bits for this. So I want to get some new tyres and some new tubes for these. And then I'm going to be looking at engines. I want to stick a 190 in this, I think. I did speak to a company that do the 150cc. But I'm sort of thinking 190cc would go lovely. So, let's see. Anything's possible for this. All I know is the 50cc won't be going back in the bike unless this bloke says so. Or this bloke up here. And because they don't talk, it's going to be a 190. So, let me know what you think of the colour of the bike so far. I want to get the Honda Dax sticker made up as well. I've got a little idea for this because before it was like red, white, and grey, but I want to do red, white and silver, and the reason why I want to do silver is because the bike was originally silver, so it will contrast nicely with the frame. Okay, so that's going to be it for this week's video. It's pretty much just an update on the bike, showing you where we're at, and hopefully in the next one we can start putting some bits back together and we'll get the engine ordered and also the wheels and tyres. If you are new to my channel, please do subscribe. If you've got a Dax and it's a custom one, let me know what engine you think I should go for, because, you know, it's all about experience, tried and tested methods at the end of the day, in my opinion. But that's going to be it for this video. See you all again soon for the next one. Bye for now.